Hi, Craig.
Hello, Craig.
Hi, Craig.
All right, Archie, hit it.
Alright, so last time on this, we tailed some people. I eventually my character Sarah was introduced. Got into a car with a stranger because to follow Colt. Later on, and then Odie entered a portal and saw initiation and got a bunch of information about the cult from that. Hope met up with the people outside and later on followed the cult again as they dropped Odie off. And then I know you just said it, but how do you say the name again?
Alina.
Alina grabbed this cult person, this that we can't see the face of in magic. Hope teleported out afterward while driving, causing the car to crash. And that's just what we did last time.
To be fair, I did not think it through.
Yeah, that's what happened. Wasn't a criticism, just what happened.
Yeah, I was not thinking through. Should I teleport while the car was moving? I was just, I gotta go over there.
Anyway.
We were better off when I was arcade driving.
No, we were not.
I honestly
I never crashed. Wow. Would you like me to do a post-humorous like athletics or whatever?
You want to know the difference? It's my car.
Dexterity?
And
Would you
you
like me to do a dexterity check, bro?
Congratulations. No.
My
So
car.
I'll do it.
Crashed. My car.
That's a 16.
while other people
I did
were
well
in
enough.
the car.
Listen here.
What if I
anyone's
died?
Gonna crash.
What if that's how my character died?
Listen here.
Imagine.
If you died because of my car just bumping into the side.
No. Your car is no longer drivable.
That, I feel, is bullshit, but okay.
You rammed into a light pole.
And I got a 9.
We were tailing someone.
You were tailing someone.
Going slow.
You didn't know how fast they were going?
What, were these motherfuckers hauling ass through the city?
Like, you don't have to be hauling ass for a crash into a concentrated point of force to do damage to your engine.
Oh, I am assuming they are going about 30...
Raven. My brother was driving about 20, 30 miles an hour, ran into a fence, totaled my grandma's car. Not usable.
Yeah. It's
okay, whatever. I'm not arguing anymore.
It's only deadly if I'm not wearing my seatbelt.
I wasn't wearing my seatbelt, and I was the only one who didn't get injured.
Who said that?
I can't remember what we were doing.
Sarah.
I remember...
Zap's character knew a mechanic, and
we
we're gonna meet up
Hold
there
on.
the next day, I
Hold
think.
on. Hold on.
I think.
Hold on. Everybody went home. We all went to bed. Sarah, you made some inadvisable decisions.
Partially, yeah.
Partially. You took some precautions. Did it right before going to sleep. That way you wouldn't spend the rest of your day insane. Commendable. Smart. Didn't get the best role. But I allowed you to have it under a condition.
Why are you talking like an NPC?
They control all the NPCs.
No. I just okay. No.
Can you allow me to get through this?
I will shut up. I am sorry. Okay.
Also, what is that sound?
What sound?
Like a scraping.
I don't know.
Whatever. I allowed you to have it under a condition. But things in your sleep wouldn't exactly be the best. That night, you have a dream. You're in a forest. The trees an incredibly dense forest. The trees pressed together incredibly tightly, almost touching. Their roots are visibly entwined. You're pressed against two trees, one directly on your back, the other one pressed up against your chest. You can't really breathe. Behind you, you hear loud, angry barking, scratching, and growls.
Oh shit.
Directly in front of you, you see what looks like a girl, but there's a weird bluish tint to her skin, and yet you sort of slowly realize that the only reason you can see anything is because of that bluish tint, a bluish glow coming off of her. She's wrapped in thorny vines, not completely mummifying her, but tying her to the ground. She's sideways, so you can see her face. The look in her eye is empty. She's not moving. Give me a history. Give me a history.
History.
Yes.
Okay. That's a 21.
You recognize. You recognize. You go to a fairly prestigious college, not Ivy League, but good enough to be reputable, to have what would qualify as experts in a field. This girl is an expert in. This girl was considered an expert in 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 theology and religious studies, specifically with a focus on violent cults.
Yeah.
She died 3 years ago. How far into your schooling are you? How long have you been going to this college?
I'd probably say. Let's see. What's the term? Like the 3 years, roughly. I'd say. Like so. Junior. There you go.
Yeah. She died as you were coming in.
Okay.
You never really knew who she was, but you knew people spoke highly of her. Her professors spoke highly of her. In fact, the professor that you spoke to last night only died a few. Oh, the professor you talked to last night was rumored. It was rumored that she was one of his favorite students, even before coming into college. She had always had an interest. She had always sought things out. Her ghost lingers on campus. Not conscious like you've seen some, not even visible. During certain times of the day, people can feel her passion. She's a nuisance, so the school has done nothing about her, despite the many petitions to try and get her removed, not because she's disruptive, but because it's inhumane to leave her there, sleeping through the last night of her death. People were
Same
brought in first.
wounded dog on the street.
People were brought in at first to try and help her pass on, but they couldn't figure out how she died, and she doesn't have any family to help her out of her state. The best way, the most well-known way to free ghosts like her is to bring in a loved one, a friend, a family member, to come in and talk to the spirit, get them to let go. But she doesn't have anyone like that anymore. And her death was so sudden that nobody really knows how to connect with her to try and get her to move on her own, to try and bring her out of her semi-unconscious state. She just keeps looping, and then she'll go through the campus, walking slowly, sitting in specific seats of classrooms that people avoid now. And late at night, she'll be walking she'll be walking across campus. She will disappear and reappear the next morning at the beginning of her loop. But you see her standing here in this forest, tied down by a vine.
What was that last bit? Don't tie down.
Tied down by vines, thorned vines.
Okay. Gonna go and see if I can if I can move here. I'm gonna try and pull some of the try and see if I can move the vines at all, or if they're just.
It's hard to move. You have to press and squeeze yourself through. You can feel the bark scraping against your back and chest, even through your hoodie. She's not far, so you don't have to look much. You try and grab a hold of one of the vines, and as you touch her, you get a quick flash of not a visual, but just a sensation. A hand across your mouth and sharp pain in your neck. Her body was never found. And because I just realized I didn't tell you her name, you do know it. It's Mayburn.
Oh, thank God.
Who did you think this was?
I'm not going to lie to you, Ro. I thought you were about to pull a fast one on me and say I was dating a ghost.
Oh, did you think this was Kane?
Yes! I thought you were finna pull a
Kane
fast
could
one
still
on me.
be a fake name. Kane's a very common name in terms of fake people. Like the wrestler Kane. There's that.
Ro, I was sitting
It's
there
not
and
the
that
same
just
way.
and I was like, wait a minute. No.
I just don't know what happened with her ghost, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't. Okay, that's fair. But supernatural shit's weird. Ghosts can probably be in more than one place at a time.
Did you say Mayburn, by the way?
Mayburn. Mayburn.
Okay, that's what I thought. Just want to make sure I heard it right. Is she reacting at all to like me being here or like what I'm doing?
No, just sort of stares blankly in front of her.
Mayburn, you there?
No. Do you physically interact with her at all? Or do you just say her name after pulling off the vines?
I guess I'm gonna try and like do the thing of like wave my hand in front of her face.
No response.
Well, okay, it's gonna. Let's see. Do I wanna? I goes. You you know something. It's you know something upbeat and then just gonna be like try and like grab her. Like not like pull her, just on her, I guess, basically.
You grab her. You grab her arm. You can't really grab her arm without at least hitting some thorns. They cut and dig into your hands.
Yeah, doesn't matter. She knows something.
You see, you don't feel anything this time, but you do see something. In front of you, sort of bandaged hands with just sort of long, ragged, sort of torn, dirty hoodie sleeves, covering about half of them, pushing a long row of shopping carts. And as the vision sort of moves up, I'm not going to say the name because I haven't come up with a fake grocery store chain yet.
Oh, Magical Tesco.
But
How'd you know?
It's Magical ShopRite, actually.
Walmart, Target.
It's shop. I can't say shop wrong. It's ShopRite, but spelled RIGHT.
Wait. No. Wind Pixie.
Like the Wright brothers, they sell planes.
Twin Pixie?
I wasn't paying attention to how you spelled it, but I heard DHT
Yes.
at the end.
That just
Wind Pixie.
I gotta
That's-
know. I gotta know what that's a pun off of because I feel like that's a
Wind
ripoff.
Dixie. Wind Dixie.
I've never heard
Which
of that.
It's not a very common one, but it has a movie. No,
What,
well,
the
it has a
airplane?
book that
I'm
got turned
confused
into a
with
movie
airplane.
where there's a dog named after it.
Also, that just sounds cool.
All right. Actually, no, because I want to do something that's located in the area of. I want to do something that's located in the area where y'all are, like the equivalent.
Didn't we say this was Fantasy Philadelphia or something like that?
Yeah.
Fantasy
yeah.
Wawa? Wow.
Supermarket, or I guess just like grocery store, not not gas station. But yeah, so Wind Pixie, really good. I'm gonna keep that in mind if that ever comes up in a different area. But ShopRite, spelled a different way. You're brought out of your vision very quickly, and you see her staring at you. Oh my! And you wake up in a cold sweat.
What'd she say after staring at me?
Only find my body.
Okay.
It is
One thing though,
night. You have only gotten a
this
short rest.
current
You can just go back to sleep.
Quick thing, there is currently 42 locations in Pittsburgh, or Pennsburg, Montgomery County, Pennsylvania. If I remember correctly.
Of Winn-Dixie?
So, yeah,
Oh, shit. Winn-Pixie it is then.
42.
There's a
Google.
Winn-Pixie.
Winn-Pixie.
I only think of the movie because I've never heard of a store called Winn-Dixie.
So you said, and you said I just get a short rest, right? By the way.
It is the middle of the night. You can just go back to sleep. But if there's
Okay.
anything you want to do, you have gotten a short rest.
It's gonna be basic dream journal type situation of write down as much of that as I remember, and then once I'm satisfied with that, then going back to sleep.
Okay.
Ro,
Yes.
if you have some plan, that's fine. But if you don't, can I do something in the night?
What do you want to do?
So, I have a place here, I'm assuming.
You have you are staying in the same motel as Dane.
Okay.
Ew.
You're right next door to each other. You're neighbors.
I'm sitting on my bed, like probably crisscrossed, because hope is hope. And I'm gonna call Bass if you'll let me.
You can certainly try.
I'm gonna try to call Bass.
You call,
That's pro shot.
no one picks.
No one picks up. He kind of nods, kind of like closes the line. You said Dane that this is actually pretty funny. You said Dane is in the other room with him, not with him. Other
And say,
Like
What?
adjacent like hotel rooms.
You hear a very loud thud. And in my room,
I sleep through it. I do not hear.
and in my
Jack?
room, fuck, God fucking damn it! Why does no one fucking answer me? I am 400 years old. I have helped hundreds of people. Except in this shithole town, no one seems to want to fucking answer me.
And now I hear you. I go
and
and
he
knock
just-
on your door.
I really want to see how funny timed this is, because I was gonna say he throws one of his knives at his door.
Does it unlock the door?
No.
he said
you
he
just,
knocks. He doesn't open it.
yeah, no.
Yeah.
You
But you
knock,
do
and
hear,
then
you go to knock, and you hear a thud in the door.
thunk, and then I turn and go. I walk over, kind of pull out my knife, hide it, and I look through the little peephole, and I go, "What do you want, Dane?"
You said something about like you've helped a lot of people. Can you help me? And shut the fuck up! It's the middle of the night.
I open my door, and you see, my eyes. Fuck. Ro, describe this for me, because you're better at it.
The werewolf eyes.
Yeah.
I mean, we all know what werewolf eyes are here, but I'm going to describe it for the audience.
Yeah. I'm trying to do something dramatic, Ro, because it's be the.
The whites of the eyes are blood red, not even just bloodshot. And the irises are a bright gold.
And from what is normally a very, I mean, he's wearing a fucking tuxedo. He's normally a very
In his sleep?
he's normally a very he always wears his tux, bro.
I forget we've had this conversation about you wearing a kimono over a tuxedo.
Yes, he just throws a kimono over it, but right now he's not wearing it because he's pissed off. You hear his voice almost crack a little as he speaks, and he just goes, "Shut fuck up, you little."
I'm not the one screaming about cell phone reception in the middle of the night.
I would be very careful about the next words you speak, unless you want them to be your last.
Just creating hostile relationships with other PCs.
I have had a long fucking day. Turn around and go back to your room before I rip you apart.
That's all I'm asking, honestly. Is just like be courteous
You want
of like
your-
our patrons of this fine establishment.
I close my door in your face. I say, you won't hear me again. Wham. And then to do my elf, I can't remember what it's called. Sleep, because we don't sleep. I'm going to be doing breathing exercises to calm the fuck down.
Oh wait, I don't need to sleep, do I?
No, we don't need to sleep. We do like
It's like a sleep-like state. Like it's not fully sleep.
I like to sleep. I'm telling you to be quiet still.
The whole sleep thing, one of the things you lost when you became a werewolf, you sleep.
No, I don't.
Just hear me? Oh, is it one of your warlock things?
No, but you're a fucking pain in the ass.
What's the Raven thing?
Oh, okay. Nuh-uh. The fuck you mean, nuh-uh?
You fucking heard me, that's what. I'm so fucking irritated at you right now.
You have to sleep. This is not a thing that usually affects my game.
We'll talk about this later.
Listen, you get a race-tied rage that gives you resistance to all non-magical, non-silvered weapon attacks.
You didn't say that.
That is literally the thing I sent you.
I didn't think I got any resistance.
When you're in your rage, not passively.
Yes, I read it. When I read it, it didn't. Hold on. Unless I just read it too fast.
Change. Hybrid form. 3 times per long rest. As a bonus action, you can shift into a form between man and wolf. This transformation lasts for 1 minute. Or until you die, or until you revert to your normal blah 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 blah. You gain resistance and yes. I know I sent it.
I'm sorry. I just read it too fast. That's my bad. Okay. Anyway, yeah, that's the rest. Okay. Ro, you can do whatever. No, I had my moment. I called Dane a bitch. Not really.
You don't like Zap's characters.
Do like Zap's characters, but whatever. Just because there's one moment of like outburst doesn't mean.
Have you ever had a positive relationship with one of Zap's characters?
Yes. Percy and what's his face were fucking cheerio before he killed himself.
Percy existed for like a day until he traumatized Sycamore. Before traumatizing Sycamore.
Hey,
They were okay because they didn't have enough time to be anything else.
Yeah, exactly.
I miss those days when Raven wasn't threatening me.
What are you
I
talking
know Percy
about?
probably still threatened me.
I was about to say Percy threatened.
What
Here's the
point?
thing: Percy threatened you, but Percy threatened you like a lot less than he did the others.
Percy didn't threaten Johnny.
Percy didn't threaten Johnny because Johnny was the yeah, that was the
Or
point.
Baz. Or Sammy, I don't think.
He didn't
Now that I
threaten.
think about it, Sycamore is the only one Percy threatened
He
besides
didn't
the
meet
NPCs.
Sammy. Percy didn't meet Sammy.
Exactly. Didn't threaten Necroma. But out of the PCs, Sycamore was the only one who got threatened.
Not true. Actually, to be fair, Percy did threaten Johnny. He threatened him the first time they met. Because Johnny was like, "Hey, what?"
Everyone when the first time you met. Everyone was trying to hold Percy accountable.
Damn right.
And Percy's like, "Do you know my mother? Let me talk to your manager. Do you know who I am?"
Didn't know Percy.
And they're like,
Anyway,
and everyone's just like,
Anyway,
"Oh,
moving
worship your mother
on.
here,
moving
your
on.
boy."
Just gonna keep on chugging along. Anyway,
Yes.
Keep on moving
next
on. Keep on moving on. Separate through. Here comes the day. Okay, I'm sorry.
Gabe, are you able to unmute or no? Gabriel?
Shit.
He was just typing like 6 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Maybe he's not next to his phone right now. But then again, he was also just typing.
So I'm
He
gonna say
sent
you
someone
guys
into the inside.
meet up at Odie's. That way Gabe can join the scene at any point. But at the moment, you guys are like outside while things are being done.
By the way, there is a moment where he like goes, "Hey, I'm sorry for last night." When we walk
What
out.
last
What's up?
Dane,
I know what's up.
Gabe
I,
said?
Dane,
I
I,
haven't been able
Dane, Dane, I want you to know something. I have known many elves. For what you just did, you are cool.
I told you to shut up in the middle of the night.
And I nearly ate you.
What now?
And I
can of banana.
I say it in a shrill voice. You what now?
Sarah, you entered the scene as this is happening.
Oh my fucking god. Zapdos, that was hilarious.
That's
Because I forgot. Dane doesn't know.
No, how am I supposed to know?
Wait, would Dane know about the eyes?
You mean
Dane, give
history
me
like
Arcana.
that?
Arcana or history.
Arcana?
I was like, I feel like with the eyes, you'd be
It's the
able
same.
to.
It's in that one.
How much?
Nope.
No
Never
fucking idea.
Never
You thought
mind. You have no fucking
you didn't
idea.
you just
It
thought
was
that he was
sleep. I was
Same
sleep
thing.
deprived. Okay, I don't know what's happening.
Dane, you thought that this man was getting high as shit in his room.
You know, the funny thing is, if I had thought it through.
Oh, so do I think he's a vampire?
What? No. I thought I
No,
was
it
getting
was weed,
that
not
I'm.
the hard. Actually,
Yeah,
no,
like you. I was
hold on.
high.
Here's the thing. After the whole "I almost ate you" comment, you fully think this man is a vampire.
Yeah, no, that's why. That's That's why, because it's so much funnier. The idea is like, I think this werewolf is a vampire. Out of
Wait.
context.
Yeah.
So, wait, is it just Vampire with the Munchies? Is that what you think?
Yeah.
As I'm walking up, I wave at Sarah.
Don't get much of a reaction. It's looking through the journal, dream journal that she wrote in, and making sure, basically going over that.
May I ask, how tall is Sarah?
5,
I think
5,
five-
nah. What did I say? I actually did say. Do I have it written down? I think I do.
We had something relatively tall.
5'11".
Okay. So me and
nearly
you are
6 feet.
the same height. Because Hope is 6 foot even, or he's like 5'11", or he's 5
Dang,
something like that.
Dan, aren't you like slightly over 6 foot?
No, he's not. He's the same height as his sister at like 5'8". He's short.
I thought I know somebody tall. I know somebody's like slightly 6 foot. I don't remember.
I kind of like, not like actually wanting to read it, but just trying to joke around. I peek over your shoulder. What you doing?
Got some answers for some questions, and then a really weird dream.
Yeah, that's
Mr.
happened to me
Hope,
before.
Last night, while you were screaming, I heard something about you being extremely old.
Yes.
Are you from like an old country of some sort, like a rich family? What are your thoughts on daylight? You know,
Do you think I'm a
simple
fucking
stuff like
vampire? I turn around and go, "You think I'm a fucking vampire?"
that. If I say yes, will you eat me?
No, Sarah. I poke
You have
Sarah.
like the cadence of a vampire man, like vague.
Hold on, no.
What's the region that you're from? That's basically British but not British.
Aglia.
You have like this Anglian accent that like
Hold on.
So many famous
Sarah,
vampires.
look at me.
Yeah.
You're an intelligent individual, correct?
I mean, on some topics.
Great.
I'm an extremely intelligent individual. What do you mean?
I shift my eyes. What am I?
Arcana.
Okay.
In that one.
No, it's that's a 27.
You fully know that that transformation of the eyes means werewolf.
Werewolf goes right back to
the
journal.
My body does not move. My head turns and I look at Dane and I go, "Do you understand?" No.
Actually,
I am aware.
I'd probably say actually one of the lycanthropes, I believe werewolf probably would have been the actual response.
Last night I was having a bit of an episode and I lost control.
Oh, what show were you watching? Was it Twilight? What's the representation of Twilight like for your people?
Dane, I'm going to eat you if you don't stop making jokes. Is that understood?
What would Twilight even be in this context?
It would be horribly racist.
I was about to say Dawn,
it would be horribly racist.
Historical fiction?
It would be too modern to be historical fiction. I think it would be just like set in a town like Cromer that's like basically all humans, and then it's just like, oh my god, you're a werewolf. That's like saying, oh my god, you're Hispanic.
You're from.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I forgot there were werewolves in Twilight when I made that joke.
That movie would be horribly racist.
Oh my god, you're a vampire? Oh my god, you're Romanian?
For real, the people who did that show, that movie series, I called it a show on accident. That movie series did not last as long in your world because the people who did it got canceled.
Would it have gotten them? Firstly,
the-
this was kind of before the era of like the
How are
internet,
we supposed to get 50
where
Shades of
someone
Grey
could
if we
get
don't have...
canceled pretty easily.
Think of the
At-
important
Okay.
stuff that we're losing.
Good point.
I think current day, like 2026, I believe it is in this world currently.
Yeah,
It's
something like
regarded as incredibly problematic and harmful, but when it was released,
it was probably
there were
funny.
people who were like, that's bad and racist. But then there are also people who were like, well, not it was a controversial topic, but not really. They didn't get canceled.
Your
It's
Like
thoughts on
basically,
baseball, Hope.
it's a stain on their careers, but for two reasons now.
But okay, I have a question. Do you actually say like, were you watching Twilight?
Yes.
Hold on. Before you do that, I have the perfect comparison of what was the movie name? What was it? Neo Ned. That movie? A stain on
Yeah,
how can I not remember his name? Y'all know who I'm talking about.
I do.
I don't.
No. Neo Ned? What?
Okay, Ned is horrible and
Bad.
what was his name? Hawkeye. The guy who played Hawkeye in
Jeremy Renner?
Jeremy
Yes.
Renner
Oh,
in Neo Ned, and it is like the worst
Oh
thing
my
in his.
god. Oh, that's what the Neo means. I was thinking like Neo from the Matrix. Oh no. I'm so confused.
have to say, reading the synopsis, there was a sentence in here that I did not expect.
Looking it
Well,
up.
now I have to read the synopsis.
When you say
What'd you read
say
it on?
like,
On IMDb?
Wikipedia.
Just okay.
but Zap, when you say like, were you watching Twilight?
Oh,
I like
Oh.
you hear me fully sigh, and I just go, you did not just ask if a werewolf was watching fucking Twilight.
No, because I thought you were a vampire. I'm so sorry. I would have
Okay.
never made that joke if I thought you were a werewolf.
Dane.
Both ways.
Dane. I am very, very, very old. I know some vampires. They don't watch that shit.
Oh, I'm so ready to make a vampire character who loves them in an ironic way. Why is this movie so highly rated?
And Dane, I have a small question for you. What else did I actually walk away from Sarah? Dane, come here.
Please don't eat me.
I promise.
I'm sorry.
I am not far enough away that I can hurt you without them seeing me. They can stop me if I try to hurt you.
Okay. But don't try to.
When you walk
that would
over,
be very scary.
I just go. When you walk over, I just go. You said you heard that. What else did you hear last night?
Okay, so it all started when you I guess threw something across the room. Because I was kind of half asleep petting my cat, and then we both jumped, and then I heard screaming, and I was like, oh, it'll probably pass, and then you just kept on going. Just didn't stop in the middle of the night. I was just like, oh, I hope this man's okay. And I heard when I got to your door, I heard more of it instead of just muffled screaming. It was just like, I'm 400 years old. I deserve some respect. I've saved hundreds of people.
Dane.
The
Dane.
city's in danger. My evening's in danger. Greater
I
good.
reach.
I'm the greatest good you're ever gonna get.
I reach over, very gently put my hand on your shoulder, almost softly, and I just go, you will never repeat what you heard last night to a living soul.
Hey,
Are
Ro,
we
can I
under?
make a
Are
perception
you
check?
living?
Are we
You
un?
can walk here if you want, but yeah.
Dane?
They're right in
I'm
front of your ship.
anyone. I don't care if they're a vampire. I don't care if they're a werewolf. I don't care if they're a human. I don't care if they're a witch. Any race, any person, you will not tell them. Okay, Dane?
Okay, so no living beings. Or
No beings.
undead beings. No
No
living or
entity.
undead.
No creatures that are alive or dead or the mix of whatever is in between.
Okay, so what part of that do you specifically not want people to know? Because you were screaming it for everyone to know. Like, I'm surprised, like, if the entire hotel doesn't know. Like, specifically, what parts should I cherry pick out?
Just
Your
don't tell them
age?
anything.
You look
Just
very
tell
good for your age, buddy. I don't know how to tell you this.
the
Okay,
rage.
not a day over, like, 50.
He seems almost like upset when he says this. The rage, my anger.
Buddy, you're not
When I
doing very good to hide that without my help. I don't know how to tell you this.
you would be surprised. And I turn and walk back, and I go, "Hi, Sarah. How are you?" Now,
Okay, as you turn towards Sarah, I'm behind you, and I'm doing the, like, spinning my finger, like, cuckoo thing.
It's been better. I wasn't exactly expecting to find out that there is very dangerous cult kind of around.
you, it doesn't really bother me at this point. I took on one cult once. Fucked them up good enough. I'm sure this one will be no different.
In a very
So-
calm state of mind, you took down a colt.
Also, I don't know if we
Wait.
ever.
What?
What?
What did you say?
He said I've faced one fucked up cult before and I fucked them up good enough. He's talking about the Sealies.
Not a cult, but okay.
He can still call them a cult.
And the colt faced the Sealies.
In the First War.
Oh,
Um,
old.
yeah,
okay.
fucking old.
400 years old. How old man he got?
Fucking old. Anyway, I go, Sarah, if I'm being honest, I don't think I ever properly introduced myself to actually either of you.
Good thing it's not called the first war, because there wasn't really a second war against them. It was
Well-
just a war.
The war. Sorry, Ro. Fucking grammar police.
Great War.
I think that it's
Well-
important considering that there is something called, often referred to as, the Great War, and
Okay.
that's a completely different thing.
You know what? That is completely fair, especially considering the difference of war. Anyway, I go, hello, my name is Hope. I am, well, surprise, surprise. I am a children of hope. I am one of the children of hope. I live in, what's the town?
Cromer.
I live in, what's the again? I can't. That's a weird fucking name.
Cromer.
Cromer, right? I live in
Like
Cromer.
crow and then murmur.
I live in Cromer. I am, well, I am 400 years old. I was turned as a soldier. I am a werewolf, as you have, well, as I have revealed. I am a warlock and a training wizard.
I'd say less revealed, more apparently shouted for all the world to see.
I'm a very good wizard. I can help you learn.
I'm not a wizard. I'm close.
I also have some visually training, or it's fair deal. On question. Any of you know where to find bodies?
I go.
Commodities?
I am 400 years old. I was a soldier for a long time. Again, it's what I was turned while in the military. The woman that I came in with, Dane, I think you saw her. Her name is Kane. She is my girlfriend.
I don't think I
The
saw her.
woman that you saw me chasing, her name is Alina. She is a friend.
That entirely makes it sound like you're cheating on Kane.
She kidnapped
She
that
is
guy.
the mother. She is the mother of my trainee, and I don't know what the fuck she's doing here.
I feel like that didn't
Kidnapping
really
people.
change the fact that made it sound like you're having an affair
Abducting
with.
members.
Yeah, I hate to
What
break
seems to
it.
be some type of vigilantism.
You know, Dane, you're right. Except the problem is,
Huh?
where I'm from, she's a cop. So
Cop seems like a pretty narrow line towards vigilantism.
she's the chief.
Sheriff.
Sheriff. She's the sheriff.
That's different.
So wait,
So,
so she's a sheriff?
She is the law.
So she's here.
Well, did she leave
Yeah.
When,
recently? Because if she didn't, then I would
so
see potentially
how far
her
away
having
is Cromer
been
from where we are?
election.
If I remember correctly, it's pretty far.
Across the country.
Yeah, let's say it's pretty far.
So is she on like a vigilante sabbatical?
Dane, if I knew that, I would have done something about it. Do either of you have any actual intelligent questions for me?
No.
How good are all of you tracking down a disappeared body or person?
Do you have anything that own that from
Well,
that body
yeah, actually.
or person? Do you own anything from that person on you?
Not on me, but if we go to my school, might have some of her stuff. I'm not sure. It's been 3 years. Also, we should be able to find her ghost.
Oh, fun, another ghost. Maybe she's
Oh,
more nice than the last one I met.
From when I talked to her, or I think talked to her, it was weird. It was a dream. I don't really. Well, actually, even then, that's sort of weird because I don't really get dreams usually. It was like, but I also talked to something from another plane and went crazy for a little bit. So.
Hold up.
Oh.
Hold up. Another plane.
Well, that is sort of this magic spell thing. I can connect to certain people who are usually the ones I do are more like no longer here, sages who are like in some sort of afterlife or whatever is what I assume.
Yes.
Potentially I could talk to some other people, but it's not really. There's a very good chance. There's not a very good chance. There's a chance that I just kind of don't understand anything and just my mind breaks.
I see.
does scrying work on dead people?
You should stop doing that. And I kind of like pat your shoulder.
Find out.
Question: would locate object work on a corpse?
That is fucked, but actually a good
It
question.
would just tell you where all the actually, would it tell you where a specific corpse is, or would just all corpses?
It could, but you'd have to know what the corpse looks like to get a specific one.
They draw me a picture.
I mean,
I mean,
it's,
if we
Well,
see the
because
ghost, we
I
see what the
can
corpse
see and hear a
looked like at
particular
one point.
creature I choose as on the same plane of existence. They must make a wisdom save if they're dead. I imagine they fail.
I'm gonna say you'd have
It's-
to. It's a little weird. You'd have to try and find out.
okay. I just kind of turn and go, screw it. I'm waiting. I just turn and knock on the door.
Standing
like
out
a
here.
yearbook.
Odie is already here. Odie has been out here the entire time.
Slowly lower my hand. Hello there.
Hey,
You did not.
This is Odie. Odie, this is Hope.
Odeus.
Um,
Odeus.
Odeus, you did not just try
Yeah.
and see
keep
the
talking.
door.
I can I hear him?
He's talking.
Zap, leave and rejoin.
Or what?
What did you say to me, Raven?
I just go, Odeus, you did not just see me try and knock on the door.
I very much did.
Damn it.
One thing, before you go to, if you go to like threaten Odeus, I want you to do one thing for me.
No, he's not.
Uh,
He's just, damn it.
It's so weird that you have dogs, because one of his dogs was in the back seat with me whenever he crashed the car.
Let me rephrase it. Just roll insight on Odeus real quick for me. Anyone, everyone, I don't care.
I'll roll it.
I just want a specific detail known in character.
15.
Plus 7.
10.
Zap most definitely got it.
Hold on. 26.
26? Yeah, you 100%. Odeus is a -1 to wisdom. He is, as one would call, a dumbass. Who is not the best at reading the room unless he gets a nat 20, which he did do a little while
Several
ago.
times.
Several
He
times.
never has
And-
failed to read a room.
Here's the thing. If he's standing there and looking at everything, he can get a nat 20 on a 5 check. He cannot read a person. He can read the room, not people.
Those were critical situations. That was the gods saving your ass.
Yeah. Oh, Return of the Robot.
But yeah, he just kind of goes, damn it.
Pretty sure you were trying to like kill the group of people I was in earlier.
Oh, my bad. Stop being in a cult.
I'm not in a cult. What? I literally just got there. I'm trying. He needs information for something, and I'm sneaking in to get that information. Oh, it has to do with like a burnt down building or something. God in my head told me to check it out, so I ran into him.
You're not joining a cult. You're
Infiltrating.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
I
So,
wonder.
what happened to you yesterday after you joined the cult? Because I was watching you, but then my feed went out magically.
Well, apparently those people burnt down the building because it was initiation.
Oh.
Then, so I watched that and I went home and went to bed.
And that was the you said they burned down that building, like the building that we met at the
Yeah, that building.
what was it again, bro? Like it was like a medical thing, but
It was a
communities.
clinic.
Clinic. There we go. So we have so far a clinic burned down and a library burned down. What other
Hey,
things have been burned down? As I pull up my
uh,
phone and Google it.
I'm not even gonna say you make a check for this because you're Googling. But a lot of
fucking Google.
the persons that have been connected to have been successfully connected to the book, you just don't you start to see a pattern very quickly of they are important things. They are things that are important to community. That are important to honestly civilization as a whole. At one point, there was even a time where it wasn't just an arson, but they blew up a, though abandoned, apartment building. However, it the sort of debris flying everywhere. It was not that far away from other apartment buildings that were not abandoned, and it caused no deaths, but a lot of injuries and property damage to people and buildings surrounding it.
Ooh.
That's
Odie or AS.
O'Day.
Sorry.
Don't call me O'Day.
They burned this building. How'd they burn it?
I have no idea.
Magically?
Uh,
Magic fire?
they would have used some sort of equipment. I honestly only know that because basically to get the idea that I tracked them there, it was just like, oh yeah, I figured out what residue they were using, or like I figured out from fire residue what they were using, and then just located object to find it. With like,
But
I only have
that's
locate object.
yeah.
But yeah, so they were
What really
having to
happened
use
was
something.
they used magic.
I mean,
They used
and
one of them had magical like spell casting things, and that's how I know what was going on.
One of them definitely has magic, but Alina has him.
I'm telling you about someone that I know that Alina does not have currently that used magic to torch that place.
Huh.
And so I scrined that person. That led us to their base. Then we
Would you
infiltrated their base.
well, that Alina does not have, as far as we know.
As
Would you
far as
have-
I know, but
Would you
I'll
happen
just
to
say-
know? Would you happen to know the spell?
I mean, maybe, bro. Would I know the spell specifically that they cast?
I was talking to my mom. I have no idea what's going on right now.
Oh, we were just talking about the fire.
We're talking about how the fire was set. And I said magically. And then Raven asked me what spell was used, and I was like, "Oh, maybe no, but that's up to Ro."
The DM.
You know her. What fire
Yeah,
spells does she have?
Oh my gosh, I have to pull up her character sheet. I didn't have
Listen,
it ready.
Use my hands right now, okay?
Okay, she probably just like fireball, firebolt,
Quick
Does it
question.
like
melting
a-
herb. Oh
Can
wait,
dogs have the ends of
what
asparagus?
she does not.
Pretty sure they're not supposed to.
Am I supposed to? Oh, she just. Okay, it was. It would have been like firebolt and stuff like that. How did she?
Fireball. He just kind of goes, well, that's unoriginal.
Maybe chain lightning.
You know, I know a guy that's obsessed with lightning. He's not in this country. Ha ha ha! I had to throw in something. Anyway, I go, so what are we doing now?
Like, I wanted to, check with the person that we sent in to infiltrate them, figure out what they knew or remembered. Is there any talk about their next hit or anything?
Bro, wait, was there? Bro,
Oh, yes.
was there talk of their next hit?
No.
Okay. Not really, no.
You know what it said on that door? I was looking at it before my magic fizzled out.
Later. I'll be right back.
Okay. So that was to talk amongst ourselves. So what's everyone's favorite cantrip?
You already asked me this question.
Yeah, I'm mostly asking Raven right now. He's the only one I haven't asked.
How is that a serious question, Zapdos?
It's an extremely serious question. What's your favorite cantrip?
Gabe, what's my favorite cantrip?
Prestidigitation?
Archie, what's my favorite cantrip?
I haven't really seen you play, but Eldritch Blast.
Thank you, Archie, the guy who knows me the least.
From
I
what I've
honestly was gonna
heard,
say
you played a
Mage Hand.
couple Warlocks.
I was
Yes.
gonna say Mage Hand, not gonna lie. Okay. What's your favorite first level spell?
First level spell, shield.
Okay. Second level spell.
Probably shatter because it's funny.
Cool. You see where this is going?
Third level is fireball.
Fourth level.
Fourth level.
Upcast is fireball.
Fourth level. I don't really know. I don't do a lot of fourth
Like
level.
Dimension Door.
Dimension Door, yeah, probably Dimension Door.
Fifth
level,
you
you
get
really
like
nice.
Scrying, Legend
Fifth,
Lore.
literally any of the walls. I loved the elemental.
Yeah, I have Wall Force. Then
Wall
sixth
of Fire
level.
is usually my favorite just because it's a wall of fire.
Yeah.
Sixth level, my favorite spell is Disintegrate. Because it's like one of the best damaging spells in the game.
Raven, what do you think my favorite cantrip is?
I have no
Dancing Lights.
dancing trip.
Dancing Lights is a cantrip.
Oh.
Yes.
It's not my favorite.
Makes 4 small things of light or 1 medium-sized thing of light.
Your favorite prestidigitation?
No. You know why I thought it was yours?
What?
Honestly, because when I was playing Will, you just tried to shove it down my throat.
Oh. Wait, what?
So when it comes to cantrip, that's like the one I remember the most when it comes to you.
Isn't your favorite cantrip Eldritch Blast?
Mine, yeah.
That's Ravens. Yeah.
Archie guessed that before they did.
Well, I was the one asking the questions. I wasn't like prodding him, like, is it this one? But I would have said Mage Hand, because I honestly forgot Eldritch Blast existed.
That hurts.
I have played a Warlock like once.
I fucking love Warlocks.
Warlock did you play?
Maxwell.
Right. I thought he was a
How
Warlock.
could you forget?
Is
There
Bard also?
Yes, he was a Bardlock.
Yeah.
Orlock.
My brain only remembered Bard. Okay.
Wait, I can't think of his name right now because my head hurts. But was your second character in my campaign a warlock?
No, they were Bard. They were
Okay,
They're a
Bard Rogue.
they're bard.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
We're just kind of normal.
Yeah. My favorite cantrip is on and off.
Oh yeah.
What do you think my favorite first level spell is?
I don't.
I don't even remember
Animal friendship.
what there are.
Grease.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
because
First level spell.
I mean, like,
oh yeah,
Yes.
can't imagine it as anything higher.
Thank you.
I'm still waiting for you to throw a stick of butter at someone, Gabe.
This is the character to do it.
Well, love you.
Throw a stick of butter
Welcome.
pants on.
And it'd be really funny.
Get him around.
Well, wait, did y'all
With their
watch
wife and
the
kids.
TikTok?
Yes, I watch TikTok.
No, the TikTok. That was
I
that is of that scene.
saw it, but I didn't like fully watch it.
Yeah, I haven't watched.
But you
Go to Rose
explained it
TikTok.
to me.
Like one of the latest ones. It's the actual scene.
You explained to me what happened already.
Yeah.
So different to listen to it.
But the movie's already been ruined for me. Just kidding. I don't care about movie spoilers. Like, the day before Endgame, I literally went online to look up spoilers. Like, the day before I went to see Endgame, I went online to look up, like, one spoiler. I was like, as long as I have one, I'll be fine. And I won't be tempted anymore to look.
Okay. Where were we before I had to run?
I had
Talking
talked
about
to.
fires.
Yeah, we were doing fires, and I just said that's unoriginal.
Can I change Don's character sheet to be more fires?
No.
Oh,
Because there's very little
actually,
now
no.
fire stuff.
The last thing was you asking me if I saw the writing on top of the door.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, I did ask.
Row. I was half asleep. Or asleep. It kind of depends on the moment.
I mean, the sweet door knowledge.
Sweet door knowledge.
Okay. What is the what?
I asked Odeus if he saw the writing that was on top of the door that I couldn't make out because my arcane eye blinked out.
Oh, the carving in the door.
They're not doing
Oh, the carving. Yeah, okay.
The one with the red.
Yeah.
Yes, you did see it, and I did describe it. Do you need me to re-describe it?
I was
Yes.
asleep.
You were not asleep because I was like I literally had to ask you, hey, do you think Odie would pay or Odeus would pay attention to this door carving? And you said yes.
Oh, right. I said he was taking notes. He just turns, says, I'll be right back. Or he says, I'll be right back, turns, goes inside. 2 minutes late, at most 2 minutes later, he just comes out with a notebook and starts reading off every single moment piece by piece.
I just.
Yeah. Like, this is the most thorough note taking you've ever heard in your life. He just fully describes every single aspect. He gets people's height, weight, hair color, everything. And when he's done, he's like, I'm not that good at paying attention, so I learned how to take better notes to do that.
Uh, okay. I have a question for you. You,
O'Day us.
Odeus. Yeah. Um, why the fuck are you that good at note taking?
Again, I don't pay attention too well. I learned how to take notes, and it helped do that.
Okay. That is incredibly important. Also, Ro, does anything he say, like, hey, that matters to me?
I mean, it kind of sounds like it all like there are like the thing, you know what matters from what I said in last session, but like you can think out like the important parts of like, oh, that statue's weird, or like the stained glass door, or the door, like the stained glass window with the door,
Okay.
or the scene with the pig, but nothing specifically sounds familiar to you.
Okay, nothing's like, hey, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Okay. I just kind of go, okay. Well, besides the absolute gigantry that was that incredible note taking, anyone else have anything? Yes, Sarah.
Yeah, I think just I don't think much of what I have is new to all you, really.
He walked over to you. What's up? It'll be new to me.
Oh no, just let's see, Irgha, Irgha, the cult is what this is. It's important to take care of, but dangerous.
Irka. Ro, have I heard that name?
Oh, history.
Ha ha ha! Hope is correct with history yet again. 22.
Yeah, you know that is the name of. Honestly, you probably started connecting the dots beforehand of like you're tracking down a cult and then like burning shit down. And it was like a weird initiation ritual and all that. You probably like you've heard of the cult. You didn't really know too many details, but you knew that it was like a cult that like was being like their big thing is like property destruction, but you never really paid attention to like the details of it because when you heard about it originally, you were in Aglia, and it's really a thing mostly affecting Astaria.
Okay, so Ro, what you just described was a bunch of pouting 5-year-olds with a blowtorch. So, I kind of like go, it's these guys. You kidding me? Okay. Have they killed anyone?
I don't.
Not
My dad.
What? He like fully
Nothing.
you?
Nothing.
Okay.
My dad's alive and well. He's doing great.
I'm gonna insight that.
deception
Okay.
or persuasion, I guess.
19.
Yeah, his dad is alive and well. You can ask
Okay.
questions about him if you'd like.
He just goes, huh.
Oh wait, actually, I'm gonna roll two things. I'm rolling both the deception and the persuasion for two different moments. Okay. Because you're rolling insight, and I also got a 19. I'm gonna say the deception fails. It's like, yeah, he just said that to, I don't know.
So
He
his
doesn't
dad.
know either. His dad's perfectly fine.
Okay.
He
The
said
second
that.
part was the honest part.
He said that to cause problems.
Don't
Yeah.
do me a favor, please, Amadeus. Please don't say stuff like that. That can cause problems.
I'm trying to. Firstly, that you say that to him, and he gives you like a look, and he's just like, I'm trying to get into like the vibe of a chaos cult. It's hard to maintain that.
I guess so.
Your pulse is running. Good
Sarah,
ass asparagus.
Sarah, you seem like are you from around this general area?
Yeah. At least.
Awesome.
Cool.
Would you know of a woman in this area? She's well, what's the nice way of I'm gonna use the word obsessed. If you meet her, don't tell her I said obsessed. But a woman obsessed with death.
She would say that obsessed is a pretty good word.
He doesn't like using it because it's him.
It's his girlfriend. He doesn't want to be mean to her.
Yeah, like she would be like, yeah, that's right. For him, it's like, no, you're not obsessed.
She's like, no, absolutely, I am obsessed. This is a fact of my life. You don't gotta hide it.
Honey, just because I'm obsessed with death doesn't mean you have to hide it. You're not obsessed. You just like it a lot.
I am obsessed with death. I am obsessed with death. It's like
Okay, I have a question. Have any of y'all watched Studio C?
some of
No.
them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, she's and stuff.
Maybe.
God, Steph.
Okay. There's a specific one that made me. There's a specific one that I would love to make a reference to, but I know none of y'all are gonna get it. And it's just like, I am
Makes
barely
me
interested in sewers. It's like, none of y'all understand that reference, but I love it. And it's from the Career Day one,
Well, that's good.
which I will be showing to y'all at some point.
I'm glad I love it. But yeah, he just asks that.
I mean, one or two of my classmates that I sort of don't really know. That sort
No.
of describes.
Yeah.
I assume I don't know who he's talking about.
I mean, you kind of hit the nail on the head of like, you go to a school for magic. You are in conjuration, but the bitches in necromancy are fucking weird.
Yeah,
Now
I
that
probably had like one or two gen ed classes with them.
Yeah.
now that I think about it, hey, how old are you?
Oh, be 23.
Oh, okay.
I mean, in your third year of college, if you went straight from college from high school, you'd be like 21.
Yeah. There's also that whole thing of personal obsession too. I feel like this slows stuff down.
Yeah.
I have a
Because I live in the area, could I roll a history on a person who's obsessed with death?
Sure.
I don't think I'm gonna get who he wants, but
be pretty hard.
it's a 16. Who do I know that is obsessed with death?
You know a
You know this really weird street witch? And again, like, you live in a general area, like near a college that has a full section for necromancy students. Necromancy, not fully legal. There's so much red tape around it and like laws surrounding it. But but so people get into it, it has to be like such a big part of their personality that they're willing to deal with all of that.
I look at Hope and just say, like, there's a necromancy school, dude. That's not. Add more details.
But yeah, and then there is also like that one street witch who, like, you don't know the full details, but you know that she does some type of weird magic in her family's basement.
There's also, I think, like, uh, Claire, who lives in her mom's basement.
Yeah, trust me, that is not who I'm looking for.
I mean, give more details, and maybe I'll know them.
I'm looking for my girlfriend.
I don't know who that is.
You
You're
have
right,
a
you're
description?
Can you, like,
You probably don't. But
height, weight, hair color?
I snap my fingers and a minor illusion of Cain appears.
Can I roll history? I already rolled history.
I'm curious if the student can roll. I wasn't even there.
Everybody,
Yeah.
Roll history?
roll history.
27.
12.
Okay,
Wow.
No, sorry, 14.
14. Okay, so the academic doesn't get this. Dane, you're not as old as Hope. You've still been around
Damn
for our.
straight.
You don't.
I'm 400 years old.
Fuck yeah, I am.
My day.
Nothing here, motherfucker.
Here, motherfucker, back in my day, Ken was like a cent a piece. Anyway,
Back in the day, guns didn't exist, and we stabbed each other like fucking grown men.
guns existed. They just weren't as good.
Yeah,
I
so
really
we
hope my
just
plant's doing okay.
grown men.
I just realized I've been away from my plant for over a week. I made sure to fill its water before I left. I hope
I hope your plant hasn't died, Gabe.
it just grew roots too.
I really hope it hasn't died.
Alright, Dane. You've been around for a while. Not as long as Hope, but for a while. You also grew up in Rashawn. There aren't a ton of pictures or a ton of news, but back when you were just getting out of college, like 20, 22 years old, there was a thing that your dad was involved in, taking down a section of a what was at the time a pretty powerful mafia, and was an extremely powerful mafia. And of course, everybody was focusing on public heroes, but there was always like this sort of like conspiracy tabloid that also covered like this weird figure that people reported on seeing every so often near places that were also being reported on. that the reporter that your dad was working with wrote about. There are many pictures of the figure. The pictures that are there, not good quality, not on top of the fact that the figure was completely covered head to toe, veiled so that you couldn't see their face. There was one picture where the wind was blowing ever so slightly. It looked like she could definitely see that a picture was being taken. The cameras back then were not discreet. She looked directly at the cameraman and waved. And as the wind blew, the veil lifted ever so slightly to reveal a sharp pair of teeth and just enough of the bottom of her face for you to kind of be able to grasp. We also knew that this figure was extremely tall. The proportions match what you're seeing in this minor illusion here. And Gabe is muted, so I guess I'll get to that next one in a second.
Does anyone recognize her?
I'm listening whenever I'm muted. I heard everything you said. Earlier, the reason I didn't respond was because I literally couldn't. I was doing stuff and my hands were full.
Okay. Given all of that, on top of the fact that you did just also see her walking around the other day, or I guess yesterday, like right before you met up with everybody, you met up with Dane. You just you didn't interact with her, you didn't really speak to her, but you did see her, so you do recognize her.
Actually, wait, could I DM you something?
Yes. I don't know what you're still typing, but to that first part, yes.
There's that second part. It's
Sure.
yeah. I recognize her. She took a card from my shop.
Actually, no to that second part, because this was after she had already split off from Hope.
He points at the illusion, took a card from your shop.
Yeah, she was here yesterday.
For what?
A card from my shop. She walked in, grabbed a card, and then left. When I say she took a card from my shop, there's no other interaction in that.
Yes, I doubted that.
This
Weird
is
looking lady.
in line with how Kate behaves.
It is. That's why he's thinking.
So we're searching for Kane,
good.
right? This is what we're trying to do right now?
Yeah.
I can scry her, because you showed me a likeness in the minor illusion.
He goes, no, it's fine. If here's the thing, when it comes down to magical stuff, yeah, I can scry. I can scry her. I can only do it once.
I can do it twice.
But I go, does anyone else recognize her? Just asking. One. I look at Dale. I look at Sarah. It's
I
just what it's
don't.
get grilled. Kinda, Ro. I don't know. I don't know what to do, so I'm looking for Kane.
I don't think. Sarah knew.
No, I think.
No.
I think yeah.
I will say, I gave y'all a direction. I gave y'all a full direction that was just fully ignored.
Did you?
I mean, I guess to go after the dead person.
Yeah, Mayburn's body.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He just kind of goes, huh, well, that will matter later. Perhaps we can find Kane later. Now,
Hope know your girlfriend well enough to know that she does not want to be found right now.
he knows that. That's why, like, that will matter later, because in his eyes, even if we looked, we're not finding her. He hasn't described yet because he doesn't think it'll work.
By the way, Dane, right? That is in character.
Yep, that's me.
Okay. Last night a car got brought into my shop, like in the middle of the night. Some idiot
That's
ran into a light bulb and wrecked his car.
You can charge me for that. I
That
apologize.
idiot ran into a light. Okay, I was gonna ask if you knew about it. Thanks.
Yes, charge me for that. I'm not in the mood to explain everything that happened last night.
Okay, so basically what happened last night was that, like, we were
Shut
tailing
up.
someone, and then this lady, like, just kind of showed up on the person that we were tailing, took him. The driver
really
of this car, who shall remain unnamed, I do a subtle point,
to that?
teleported out of the car while I was in motion. It veered off the road. And hit a light bulb. And so I was like, oh, I know a
Look at Hope and
mechanic.
just like,
And also, like, the mechanic's dog was in this car.
I look at Hope and just go like, you do know that an object in motion stays in motion, right?
Unless I have to
You
go
do
outside
know.
and outside force.
You do know
Yeah.
I couldn't give a fuck, right?
Oh, so you don't care if your car is repaired? Cool. I guess we do have important things to do. More important things to do anyway.
You're repairing my fucking car later. I'll pay for it. I
mean, like, yeah, I'm not touching anything until I get like information. So
about what?
insurance, name, number,
Hope.
basically stuff that me. I have
You
to
know.
write this stuff down.
I was about to say he like tilts his head when you say name, and he goes, "Oh, I don't know all that. I don't know all this. I don't drive a lot."
Okay. Well, usually when someone wrecks a
I
vehicle,
noticed.
or not really wrecks it, not even just wrecking a vehicle. Like if someone kind of works, if I work on something for someone, I like to have stuff just in case they decide to drive off without paying me, which has happened more than once. I've had to.
If it
Very
helps,
annoying.
even if I wanted to, which I don't, I probably physically couldn't. I am one of the children of hope. I doubt she would let me do that.
I don't know what that is. Is that like Neil?
No,
It's
it's
like a
a
cool thing in, like a
dude.
across the ocean.
Immediately one of my knives is pointed at you. Do not call us a cult.
That's some cult-like behavior right there. Just threatening people with weapons.
Dane, you would also know that they're supposed to be peaceful.
Your knife is pointing in my face, right? Like, is it like directly in my face?
Not directly in your face, but it's like his arm is like half extended, pointed at you.
Okay,
Now,
I
also
take two
say-
fingers and I just kind of guide the blade away from my face, like away from my body. And I'm
It
like,
does.
I
It
thought
doesn't move.
the Children of Hope were supposed to be a peaceful people.
We are. I have problems controlling myself, and my knife just vanishes.
Okay, well, the secret's out, everyone. That's exactly what they wanted me to keep hidden from all of you. And it took them 15 minutes to reveal that to y'all.
What?
Your whole
You're not-
secret of pulling me aside earlier was to talk about your rage issues, and then immediately you just convey them to everyone.
Don't tell them about last night.
You're screaming?
Dale, you're not very smart.
You're not very smart. My name's not Dale. What do I look like, a NASCAR driver?
Or a chick.
Then what's your name?
That's for you to find out, I guess.
I literally just said it.
Whatever. I don't care. I go, Sarah, where's your school? That's where we're going, right?
I would like to, yeah. It's blah, 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 blah. I don't know.
Great. Let's roll.
Alright, you get there. This is a fairly large school. I have not been on a single college campus before.
I've been on several.
I've been on a boarding school that was, I guess, kind of big. Not as big as colleges though, because I thought my school was big, and then I listened to Gabe talk about how he had to like walk 30 minutes to get across campus.
Yeah, most colleges are fucking massive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only one I have experience with is UMass Lowell, which is not a typical campus. It's a bunch of buildings throughout the city.
Oh, yeah. What's like in my community college, too.
Yeah. So
Have I heard of the school, Ro?
history with disadvantage.
Okay.
Have
Did
I
I
heard
go
of
to
this school?
school?
You're not. Are you?
Is this my
Here's-
alumni's rival school?
You know what? Yeah, sure, Zap. Gabe,
Oh, I hate your guts.
originally in my head, this was just like a wizarding school, but artificers are also intelligence casters. So yeah,
Yeah. And I mean, there's the artificer subclass for wizards.
yeah. So yeah, this is your school.
Yeah.
This is your former school.
I got a 14.
I hate this place. I'm in so much debt because of this place.
I also hate this place,
just-
but for different reasons.
I
Different wizarding
put
school.
up my hand to
Class of
fist bump you.
26.
I put up my hand to fist bump you.
I graduated college 100 years ago.
You're
How
old.
How old are you again, Dale?
I'm 126.
Okay, 126.
127 next month.
Nice.
It's. I actually don't know much about the actual school. I mostly focus on the academics.
Ro, do I know about the school?
What'd you get?
14.
No.
Okay. I just kind of go, looks like a nice school.
Put me in debt.
That's what they want you to think.
Yeah. When you say it
My-
put me in debt, I just go, all schools do that.
Seeing how
kindergarten
old
was an
that
amazing
dude is,
experience.
seeing how old points at Dan, and then points at you. Y'all
Dan.
are, I'm assuming, Dane. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, points at Dane, points at you. It's like, seeing how old y'all are, I'm pretty sure school was not put him in debt, and school didn't cost money for you.
Okay, you know what? Fair enough. School didn't cost money for me. But I used to be a youth, well, not used to. I still am a youth pastor.
They let
So
you around kids?
You'd be surprising how
Can I
charming
say
I am
same
when you
exact thing?
piss me off.
You know, I think Sycamore asked that very same question.
You'd be surprised how much I am charming when I'm not annoyed.
It just
He
means that you're always annoyed.
Sorry. I'm sorry, but kids, yeah, firstly, that. Secondly, kids are generally annoying. If annoyed
I don't think
makes
so.
you act like,
I
I
don't
don't
think
believe you.
I think
I
kid-
mean, like, you can think that not all kids are annoying, but you've been annoyed. There's no way in hell you haven't been annoyed by, like, one child before. And I'm pretty sure after you shove a knife into one child's face, you should not be allowed to be around kids.
I mean, I won't lie. There are some problem children, but I don't think any children are truly annoying. You can incite him if you want to.
I was about to say I'm inciting that.
Roll it.
It literally, no matter what happens, I'm not going to believe you.
25.
But
I rolled a 19.
25? He's being dead serious.
17,
How
I
many
don't
children
believe
have
it.
I don't think
17.
you've met many
Being
children.
dead serious.
You're lying to yourself. And by the way, my hand is still up for the fist bump.
I just kind of go.
Oh, I fist bump you.
I just kind of go. I mean, no. I've always helped kids. I helped a few through middle school. I helped a few through high school. I helped one kid get into college.
Like, I believe that. I can believe that. I just don't believe that you're not annoyed by children. Like, I don't believe the fact that you don't think that any child is annoying.
I don't think any child is truly annoying. No, I don't.
I don't believe that.
I hate to break it to you, but I taught kids in a church.
Yes.
It's pretty hard. It's pretty
That
hard
means
to be.
nothing to me.
I forget you haven't seen the Children of Hope. Never mind.
Aren't you one?
They're like a band?
I'm
Like,
not.
If they're anything like you,
I am not.
if they're anything like you, I wouldn't call them annoying. I'd call them more sadistic.
He goes quiet. And you see him reach over, grab his book, and a soft glow happens as his book casts calm emotions on himself. And then he blinks and goes, I'm going to need you to reword that.
Nope. And then I walk away.
For everyone else, you see him growl. And then I just go, fine, you little pain in the ass. Let's find this ghost.
I hear. Wait, no. I hear growling, and I pull something out of my pocket. To everyone, you see just like a small bag, and he puts his hand in this bag, puts much
Is it
more of his
treats for
hand
your
than should
dogs?
fit into this bag, and pulls out a dog treat. Here you go, puppy.
Yeah, but you also have fake dogs.
They still love him.
Gabe, how much do you like this character?
I adore him.
Actually, no. How much do I like Hope? Never mind. You see
Hope just got nerfed. Hey, boy.
Hope. I mean, he looks at you bloodshot. Bass.
Yes.
Oh, I want to rip him the fuck apart.
Use the book.
I did.
You have not today.
I just did.
Then you are under the
did,
effect
just
of
did.
hormones.
Ro, when he called me psychopathic, I used the book.
Sadistic.
Or sadistic, whatever.
But yeah, then you're under the effect of calm emotions currently.
But you're still under the effect of calm emotions.
That's not how. Is that how come? Oh, okay, I forgot.
Yeah.
Calm emotion like lasts
That is
a
a
good
duration.
bit, I think.
Yeah, I forgot. Okay, then never mind. He wouldn't call Hope. Never mind. He would when
Yeah, call your dog.
like he does still let out a growl. When you do that though, you see him like twitch, and he goes, "You shouldn't do that with a werewolf."
Give me a self-control roll.
Me?
Yes.
Okay. That's con, right? Or is that wisdom?
Wisdom.
Wisdom.
Okay, for it. A lot of people answered.
Wisdom. Dude with disadvantage.
That's still a dirty 20.
With disadvantage?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good wisdom.
This, you don't automatically munge at it, but this, he pulls out this treat. It looks so good. It smells
right.
really appetizing.
I forgot about that. It's quite literally the best treat to exist.
And I just go, you shouldn't do that with a werewolf. We're a bit more hostile.
I put this in your pocket, and I pat your pocket, and I just say, I have a dog given to me by an angel of the god of war. Try talking to me about hostile again.
That Akmos gave you a puppy.
Yeah, and I'll eat your throat out.
He'll die trying.
Literally cannot die.
It's not a real dog.
And I summoned Jeff.
Jeff is here. Jeff is a good boy.
He's met Jeff. Jeff was in the back of the car when it crashed.
I look at the dog and I go, "Oh, that was you." Hello, Akmos.
I quickly say psychic. Don't call my dog Akmos.
It was given to you by him, was it not?
No, it's given to me by Neil.
Who the fuck is Neil?
Oh, that's his god.
Yeah, he's in my head.
I feel like I should know him.
Okay,
Maybe
but I
you
also
should.
psychically say
Maybe
to
you
Jeff, I kneel down, I pet Jeff, and I psychically communicate to him. I am gonna DM Rogue.
Oh my god.
Everyone else can roll an insight. I
You're
pet him and I point at Hope.
I smile and wave.
Okay, you said insight?
Yep.
That's just a 19.
Yeah, that's what I figured. That's what I thought.
I feel like I should.
Okay, everybody give insight first. Against deception.
19.
I rolled an 11. You don't have to beat something crazy.
I beat it, definitely. I decided to roll.
You see, uh, you see Odea's point, and Jeff's mechanical ears immediately like up, and then he like starts sniffing the air. His eyes lock on Hope, and you see like his, like a camera where like it turns in to get more focused, and he
Okay.
just
Yeah.
bolts at Hope. Give me a dex save.
He jumps at me? Bring
Yeah,
it, motherfucker.
I will say it doesn't seem aggressive, but give me a dex save.
23.
Oh, and also for the insight, he basically psychically communicated to his dog that a treat is in Hope's pocket.
Yeah. That's nice. You didn't tell me that.
All right.
Yeah,
What was
23.
it? Okay. I just realized I don't have the things I need pulled up.
It's my little pit bull.
It's fine. The dog's also tackled me before.
Jeff sort of like jumps at you. You like dodge out of the way as he sails past you. He lands, spins around, and gets into sort of like a like crouching position with like his tail wagging in the air with his ears perked up.
I like tilt my go. You didn't tell your dog to kill. I pull out the treat and wag it in the air.
Wait, no. What did you say to me?
Out loud, he goes, "Oh, you didn't tell your dog to kill me."
Yeah, he just wanted a treat.
And then I toss the treat.
Jeff pitches it in the air and just fully eats it in a single bite. This is a mechanical dog.
Yeah. And I just go, impressive. And I start walking.
Sarah's been paying very little attention to this. But is gonna look over and do her minor conjuration to make like a dog bone in front of it.
Jeff, is this like a real bone that exists?
Yeah, so it's minor conjuration is you can use your action to conjure an inanimate object in your hand or within 10 feet. Object can be no longer than 3 feet on a side and weigh no more than 10 pounds. It is obviously magical, and it lasts for an hour or until it takes or deals damage.
Jeff bites the bone as it's like falling out of the air and just wags his tail happily. He doesn't start eating it, but he just has a bone and is happy about it.
I look at Sarah, kind of smile, and go, "This is your school. You'll know the place. Where do we go?"
Okay. Let's see. Look, is there like a how to put it? Is there like a schedule that people know of for how Mayburn goes around, or is it just certain places?
It is you can memorize her. There is a route that she always takes. Most people just try to avoid that route altogether, but you can give me a history to try and see if you have memorized her schedule instead of just the route.
Okay. That's 24.
Yeah, you know it. You know exactly where she is at this point in time.
Alright, should be right over there right now, and in a little bit there.
Let's say it's
Great.
she would be like on route to like her essentially. What time do you guys think it is? Like, what time would y'all characters have woken up?
I mean, you know what time Hope wakes up.
Too
You sleep
damn
for 4 hours.
Too
Nope.
damn. Yeah, Ro answered. No, Ro answered with the correct answer. Too damn early.
My character would have woken up at 9:30.
Yeah, probably would have been a little bit later. Here because of the dream and such. So like 10ish.
Alright, so I'm gonna say it is. You guys spent a lot of time talking. So I'm gonna say it is about noon. Mayburn would be on her way to a class that's like that's on like the southern side of campus.
Leads the way.
And
Says
by the time you get
says
there, by the time you get
whichever.
there, you know that she is seated in a classroom in a chair that nobody ever sits in. They could move the desk so that another student could use it elsewhere, but this the student body at large has elected to keep it there as a sort of sign of respect for her. If they're not gonna help her pass on, they find it best to at least leave her route undisturbed.
So it's gonna be going to her desk. Don't move it. Thought all I gotta say.
Wasn't planning on it. I kind of walk a bit closer. Kind of tilt my head and I go, "You can't hear me, can you?"
You don't see anyone there.
What?
You don't see her.
Okay. He
I-
walks up to the desk and goes, "Okay. This is a cruel joke.
Okay. Let me just and she,
Archie, Sarah,
yes.
this isn't you can't see her because she's not there. This is some ghosts can't be seen.
Yeah, was about to do was cast see invisibility.
It's not invisibility. It's like
It's
It's-
also ethereal. It can also see into the ethereal plane, if that helps. It's
Okay.
part of
Wait a
it.
Wait a
so you
Hold on, guys.
so you
Don't worry. Guys. Don't worry about it. I'm a necromancer. Hold on. Let me look at my thing.
yeah, you don't know who this is, but for everybody else, Lucy, pretty powerful ghost. Some ghosts, Hope, I'm gonna say you're gonna have to roll intelligence to know that not all ghosts can be seen because you only started necromancy training 2 years ago.
Okay. What did
So
you
I'm
say?
gonna get
What did you say I need to roll, Ro?
Actually no, Arcana.
And it's gonna be a hard one.
It's not gonna be a because you have been studying for 2 years, but you also have only been studying for 2 years.
Yeah.
Actually,
I'm gonna the it's and the sort of materialness and like physicality of ghosts is mostly necromancy, but it can lean a little bit more into conjuration, which is why I gave it to Sarah.
it's
19. Rolled pretty good. I only have a plus 4.
Sarah does
Uh-huh.
have some interest in like necromantic type stuff,
Yeah, because
like more than your average conjurer.
So you say like, is this a cruel prank or something? And then it sort of clicks in the back of your mind of something that Kane had told you a while ago about some ghosts. Like Lucy is a pretty powerful spirit, so she is visible at all times as well as being fully conscious. But not all ghosts are visible, especially some of the less conscious ones. Don't really have the power necessary to make themselves physical and visible at all times.
Not a cruel joke. Damn it. Okay. Did I see her at all, Ro?
Mayburn,
Yeah.
do you have a spell or ability that allows you to see into the ethereal plane?
No, did I see her while we were walking up? Did I see her?
No.
Okay. So this isn't like she vanished. This is she was never there.
Yeah.
Okay, I made a mistake. I thought it was just like I walked over and then suddenly she's not there. He kind of just goes, well, I really wish Kane was here. She's good with all these ghosts.
I always hate being in this classroom.
Sarah, you said that there was something that you wanted to do? Archie.
I was doing the see invisibility because
Okay, and you
it's
said that can also
Yeah.
see into the ethereal plane?
Yep. For the duration, you see invisible creatures and objects that are visible, and you see into the ethereal plane. Ethereal creatures and objects appear ghostly and translucent.
Okay. So you cast the invisibility on her.
Well,
Give
on
me
my
give me any perception.
okay. You said perception, right? Just to make sure.
Yes.
Ooh, it's not great. That's 13.
You notice as you're looking at her, I think this is probably the first time you've cast see invisibility. People aren't usually looking for Mayburn. They respect her, but they usually give her like a relatively wide berth and try to avoid her.
Yeah,
Even
had
letting
no
her,
reason to.
even if students share a class with her, once that class ends, they would typically wait a minute or two to let Mayburn out of the room. That way no one has to run into her.
May I ask a question?
Was Mayburn there when I went to the rival college?
No, you went to college 100 years ago.
Yeah, I'm just making sure she didn't die recently. I don't remember if we said when she died.
Died 3 years ago.
Oh, okay. Never
Would she
mind.
have been here when I went to school? Oh
How
wait,
long
no, 3 years ago. She would have been like my last year.
Yeah, she died as Sarah was coming in and as Odeus was going out. But back to your perception check. This is the first time you're really seeing her, and as you look at her, you realize sort of like small cuts all over her body, like on the backs of her arms, like small nicks.
Okay.
Not real, like enough to where it's just like enough to where you can see it, but not where you can see it easily. You have to look at her for a moment before you can really gather what you're seeing.
No bandages either, right?
No bandages.
Okay.
Also, I just want to flavor something, and so I just turned to Dane and just say to him, "It's like, you know, my last year here, every single class I had was in one of the rooms she sits in. It got very awkward very quickly.
I don't know how that's possible considering you do not share a major.
It's like the idea of taking the general education credits at the end.
Uh,
So it's like the stuff that dips into everything else.
Theories of
Just
magic or
taking
something like that.
Yeah, they're just taking gen ed at the beginning, but no. I ended up with the ghost, the classmate.
Yeah, and that was before everybody was sort of like settled into her schedule. So people were running into her constantly, just randomly, incredibly cold. Kind of took a bit of cold and maybe a little bit of psychic damage. It was not pleasant.
I have no experience with ghosts personally, but my dad once walked towards a haunted house and immediately passed out.
I have a ghost in my hometown. Well, not my hometown, but in my town that she doesn't like me very much, but she's a good person. She's
About as much as everybody else.
she's our morgue
Watch it
person.
then.
Or more morticianer. He would know that. I don't. I'm stupid. He kind of just goes, now that I think about it, how did she die again?
Broken heart.
Suddenly?
What?
Suddenly?
Are you asking that for Lucy or for Mayburn?
No, Mayburn. How did Mayburn die?
Suddenly.
Yeah. That's all I got.
The description sounded a little bit like after seeing the body. It sounded a little bit like inflict wounds, but I can't see the body.
Okay.
I'm not so sure.
Isn't inflict wounds like you get covered in cuts or whatever?
Inflict wounds, yeah. You shred it.
The specific thing is, I believe the memory, or what I believe to be a memory. When I had the dream, I saw what I believed to be a memory, where there was bandages on her arms, or hands, while she was at a. She goes back to the journal and goes one pixie. So
yes, one pixie, the supermarket, right?
Yeah, grocery store, supermarket, something like that. But
The
then
dog
there's
Pixie.
But then there's also, I am actually saying this, by the way, like Sarah wise, because just in case anything happens with Mayburn while I'm saying this, and then there was like this feeling of a hand over my face and sharp pain in my neck. Which I think that one was more so related to the death.
Someone
Give me a
broke.
perception check.
Was that
Perception check? Sarah, do it with advantage.
okay? Hey.
Perception, right?
Yes.
Just Sarah. Or all of us, or just Sarah?
All of us. Sarah, do it with advantage.
Okay.
That's
okay.
nat 20 for 23.
I also got a 23, but
yeah,
13 plus 10.
Not nat 20.
Okay. So 20, 19, nat 20. Gabriel, what did you get?
Nat 20 on not nat. I heard a nat 20 and then thought, what am I rolling?
Perception.
Perception.
But you rolled a nat 20, so does it really matter?
No, I did not. I heard the words nat 20 and it repeated. I got a 3.
Okay. Everybody but Odeus sees as actually. Hold on. Dane, Hope. You guys suddenly feel eyes on you. Sarah. For a second, Mayburn is looking down at what you can assume was at the time a notebook or paper. motioning with her hand, which is very obviously her writing with a pencil that is no longer there. She keeps her head down. But when you describe the hands over the face and the sharp pain in the neck, you feel her eyes on you, and out of the corner of her eye, for a second, you can see her looking at you before going back to what she was doing. And in the back of your mind, you get just not an image, not a sensation, but just the knowledge of a needle.
Sharp pinch was a needle.
Yeah. It would be a whisper of needle, and then probably repeated louder.
I just go, she looked at us, didn't she?
Towards us, at least, yeah. Or me? Us?
You okay?
Yeah.
It didn't look like she was looking towards you. It wouldn't be that you're standing in front of her. It wouldn't be that weird if her eyes flicked up as she was like taking notes off of the board. She looked at all of you.
Alright. Yeah, I think I'm almost certain she looked at us. There was, and then
Did we do something
knew
bad? I'm
needle.
sorry.
No, I don't think bad so much as painful.
You okay?
No, not for me. Not painful for me.
Oh, you mean because listening to how you died? Yeah,
Yeah. So
I can see how that would be not fun.
yes.
Well, I thought about something, and what you just said. That makes. Do you know if she was like me?
The
Vampire?
the nautical werewolf.
Werewolf. Was she turned? Was she born? Was she one at all?
Was she?
Mayburn
If I
was a
know.
witch. Mayburn was a witch.
Oh, Mayburn
Was a witch.
Damn it. Then. Damn it. Then I need to call. Well,
I don't want to know what you were planning to do.
no. Well, if she was a werewolf, I was going to call my born friend and ask questions.
Do you mean the born friend is currently not answering you?
I'm talking about the born friend that's not in this side of the country. I'm talking about mom. Mom of Dane. Not Dane.
Oh,
Mom of Damien. That's his name.
One that's in prison?
She's not in prison? What the fuck?
Did she go to prison?
No. I stopped her.
she did still
Okay.
come into. Like, we're not going to talk about it.
Did she go to jail, Ro?
We're not talking about that right now. Let's not focus on that.
Okay. Anyway. The witch. If my fucking girlfriend would answer me, she's a witch too.
And a ghost.
She's not a ghost. I just was misunderstood. Um,
You thought your girlfriend was a ghost at one point?
I'm not answering you anymore, Zapdos.
Who is Zapdos? My name is Dane.
Zapdos, like the Pokemon? Do I know
Pokemon exists in this world? Oh my god.
I mean, Twilight
You don't know
does.
what kind of can of worms you opened up.
Dude. Um,
They're not called Pokemon. I'm gonna have to come up with a new name for them. That's a
Digimon.
brand I touch.
how about Pocket Monsters?
That's
That's
their legal name. That's just
Oh.
even deeper. Wow. We don't have to.
Let's not get into all that right now.
Pocket. Purse. Satchel. Wait, hold up. I'm getting somewhere. Satchel ghouls.
Satchel Beast.
Satchel beast.
Actually, no, because Satchel would be like if we were still doing like medieval stuff. I think it's just like bag beasts.
Okay.
Couch beast.
I just kind of turn and go, well, now what? I'm kind of,
Okay,
I don't know.
so I mean, we could go to the place that she was killed. The
That's
Winn Dixie.
Yes.
When
Do you know who killed Dane?
Do I know what?
Do you know where she was killed?
I'm pretty sure we were just told it was Winn Dixie, weren't we? Like in the
Winn-Dixie.
supermarket?
she was at Winn-Dixie
Winn-Dixie?
at some point.
Okay. Well then, even if it's not the place where they died, it was our last known location.
I don't know.
I mean, her
Last
last known location was the place she died. Like everybody knows where she was last.
Oh wait, where was she last?
The place where she died.
Okay.
Pixie.
If you keep on leading me into the circle of, oh, where did she die? The last place she was. Where was the last place she was? The place she died. I will cry.
Do we know an actual location of the last place?
Okay, it was in front of the. I just.
Like, was it on campus?
It was on campus.
Was it the place that she died? Like, did people see her die, or was it where her body was discovered?
Body was never found.
Oh yeah. Okay.
That is a little bit of the problem.
Sarah knows where it is. I'm just gonna say,
Yeah.
it was. Gabe, do you know any places on your campus that are usually like isolated, particularly?
I'm saying there's a bunch usually. That's why a lot of like modern ones have those like emergency, like SOS button, lamps.
There's so many spots that are just like the woods. If you want
Yeah.
inside, there's floors that are under construction. There's floors that
There's
like are just
bathrooms.
abandoned.
Outside.
There's like those areas underneath flight of
Outside, yeah,
stairs.
like
Okay.
point in random direction, walk far enough. There's some sort of woods on campus.
It was on the way back to her dorm. She was on her way back to the dorm.
All the way back.
From the library last night. Some point in between there.
For me, there's like a road, and then right next to the road, there's a like straight drop into forest.
Sorry.
It's like a
so
less than 10-foot drop.
yeah.
I mean, like, if we, what's what I'm looking for? If we do a never long rest, I can change my spell sheet to have locate object.
I have that.
But no, wait. Do I know locate object right now? I know locate object right now. What up?
Okay.
Guess
I mean, I feel like you could
dead body.
scrying the corpse.
I looked it up after I asked that question, and it said no because becomes an object and not a person.
Oh,
But then if it's reanimated, it is a creature. Funny enough.
Yes. Yes. But so I can locate object if it's a current dead body.
What'd you
Name
say,
or
Archie?
describe an object that's
No, I just said that if you have a corpse and it becomes like a zombie, then it goes from object to creature again. That was it.
the brief middle ground of object. Okay, so I would like to locate object or the body.
You know what
Yeah.
she looks like for that?
I can describe it.
I can. So, can I do images with telepathy?
I believe
Really?
with flavor of telepathy, it's the same flavor as clicks, and we decided that was just words.
Okay.
I can describe or
Right. Yeah.
name an object that's familiar to me. I can sense the direction of it. So like
Yes,
ghost person, it's dead
she's
body.
familiar to you.
Okay, I sit down at a desk. So tell me about your life.
Do you have a way to see her?
No, but like I have a way of. I was told where she was sitting, so I'm just
Yes.
looking in her
Oh,
direction
right.
and
There's
speaking.
something I wanted to ask. Can Jeff see her?
Can Jeff see into the ethereal plane?
It's a familiar. I don't know.
It's no.
It's a magic dog. It's a magical robot dog.
The only time a familiar would be able to see it is if you cast a spell on it. Familiars don't have true sight.
Yes. I sit down and I just start talking to the desk that looks empty, but I know isn't empty.
I put my hand on your shoulder. Hey. No. Not.
What do you mean no?
Don't do that.
Don't talk to the person. They're still a person.
Shh.
Still have feelings.
Get
I'm
up.
trying to help. What are you doing? I'm sitting
Can
at a
you
different desk.
Sarah
Me?
with advantage?
Okay.
Zap and Hope with disadvantage because you're talking.
What sort of?
Perception.
Okay, so my first roll was a 19, I want to point out. Okay, so that's still a 26. I rolled a 19 and a 16.
Okay.
Do I know perception for me?
Yes. You do it flat.
Disadvantage for me, you said?
Yep.
I have 6.
11.
24. I'm still rolling pretty high.
I mean, I have a passive maybe of 18 if it helps, but I rolled a 6.
I have a passive of 25, if that helps.
I have a passive of 9.
Wait on. Archie, with advantage, you got a 6?
I rolled 2 3s.
Oh, no. Okay. Gabe, what did you get?
11.
11. Okay. So, funnily enough, the people talking, the people with disadvantage, the only people who hear this. The second Dane, well, not the
Wait,
second Dane.
shit. I should have had
Can I-
advantage.
What?
Damn it.
Where's
Keen,
What?
What?
keen senses. It's hearing. I should have had advantage.
You passed me.
I know.
I mean, because you have disadvantage, it would have just flat.
I know. Anyway. I just keep forgetting
Which
about
just means you got higher.
keen senses.
We didn't know it was hearing until just now. So
Oh, okay, good point.
I also forgot you have keen senses. Anyway, a bit of a second. The second Gabe says she still has feelings. You hear a bit
I
of
never
breath.
said that.
Not Gabe.
you meant to say Dane?
Yes. The second Dane says she still has feelings. Like a bit of like a hitch of breath. And then an echo. Oh, so
That was very quiet. I could not hear that.
What?
I still have
I did
feelings.
not have Dane's perception.
I still have feelings.
We're just trying to help figure out what happened to you. And so the more I get to know you, the better it'll help. Is that okay with you?
I think she's strong enough to talk.
You don't get a response.
Dane, she's not a strong enough ghost.
Maybe you're just not a strong enough listener.
I think you're an idiot.
Well, until someone comes up with a better idea, I'm going to have a conversation with a ghost.
We have a better idea. Let's go.
We literally never came up with an idea. You are just saying, let's go. Tell me what the plan is then.
Where were we going again, Sarah?
Well, if we're talking about the last place we know she was, probably where she at. This chunk of campus, somewhere along here.
Okay.
So what do y'all do?
Okay. I say, okay. And then I get up. I ask Sarah to tell me more about them. Because, like, they were in the same grade, right?
No,
Same class or whatever?
opposite.
No?
Well, so I would have been a freshman as she died.
But, like, what?
Um,
She was a student, right? Like, what student was she? Like, what grade when she died? Because you said that she wouldn't have had any of the same classes as Gabriel as a senior. So
Yeah, she
I
was
assume that meant freshman.
They wouldn't have had any of the same classes.
Because major.
Because of the major.
Oh, okay.
yeah. What would have the major been most likely if I know? Because what I know is
was magic.
sorry. Because what I know is she was an expert on violent cult.
Yeah. You know, she was an expert in like theology and the magic surrounding like religion and the different gods, and with a specific focus on violent cults and how they work and how they channel
Maybe
that.
divination in terms of like magic classes, because like divination's the more
Maybe
researchy,
as
like god stuff type thing, because like arcane eye, scrying, like the investigating stuff is divination.
I mean, it could have even just been a theology major.
This is
Oh, yeah.
specifically a wizarding school.
Yeah. There's also a book of scribes that might work.
That's what I was thinking about. Just like, is that the right? I was trying to remember if that was the right word, because that's what I was thinking. Yeah, so she would have been a basically a scribes major, history, if you.
Order of scribes. That's what
Okay.
it was.
Yeah, she would have been a. They just call it scribes because they're not going to call it order of scribes because that's
Yeah.
weird when it's a college.
That's a cool. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was her thing. How
I'll be
long?
right back after running to the bathroom.
Okay. How long do you think you guys stay in the room trying to interact with her? I'm gonna say at this point in time it's been about 30 minutes that you've been interacting with her so far.
I would give it another 20, maybe. And
After
then
20 minutes, she gets up. Sarah, you know that this is like around the time that she moves on to her next class.
Mm.
As she gets up, she passes Dane. Your vision goes dark, Sarah. For a second, you're back in the forest. At uh you're looking at Mayburn, and you see an arm jut out and reach not towards you, but as your vision clears, Dane, you feel something grab at your clothes for a second.
Wait. You okay with that?
Guys, I'm gonna hop out. I'm starting to not feel good, and I'm starting to get tired. If you want, Hope can literally just.
Hope just leaves.
Hope just leaves.
Hope decides to go look for his girlfriend.
Yeah, I mean. Yeah.
It's like, hey, there's some weird ghost stuff going on.
Yeah, he's basically like, okay, this is ghost shit. She's the expert.
Yeah.
I don't do ghost shit. My girlfriend does. Let me go get her.
Yeah, Dane, give me a wisdom save.
I'm gonna hop out. This session was fun.
Oh, okay. I'm rolling well today. That's a 24. 18 plus 6.
As you feel something grab at your clothes, you see darkness creep into the sides of your vision, and you hear an inaudible whispering in the back of your head. Or
And I'm not able to piece that out at all.
What'd you say?
I'm not able to like try and like piece that out.
You can give me just a straight. What did I have you guys roll to do? To do the wisp to figure out the whisper in Attack on the Unseelie?
He also has intelligence.
I think it was something intelligence based. I can't remember what it was though.
Was it perception or investigation?
I think it was investigation.
Okay, haha. I have a +9 to that. Okay, it is only a 14. Of course, right after I say, "Oh, I'm rolling well today," I roll a 5.
You are not able to piece together what she says.
figure out if I have anything.
You can make
No,
out that it's
I'm not.
her voice.
That's what?
That it's Mayburn's voice.
Her, it's her voice? Okay. Could I get a tone on it? Like a angry
No.
tone, that tone, no tone?
Melatonin.
What? No tone. Slams phone. Smashes skateboard.
But Sarah, as your vision clears, you hear in the back of your head her voice whispering, "Save me. Find me."
Wake me up.
And so,
Break me up
can't.
inside.
Wait. So Sarah's vision went black or darkened also.
Yeah, no, Sarah, it was your vision that went dark. You were back in the woods. You saw Mayburn's hand sort of jut out and reach for something. As your vision cleared, you heard Mayburn's voice in the back of your head, and you saw sort of in the direction, you saw something like pull on Dane's shirt.
Okay. Hmm.
I think she just tried to grab at me.
Something
Did you?
did it look like?
Did you? I mean, like something grabbed at me, and then I heard her voice, but I can't make out what she said.
I keep on forgetting that you can see her. You saw her, like, as your vision was clearing and you're no longer seeing her in the forest, you see her in front of you in the classroom grab at Dane's shirt.
Oh. Yeah. She's grabbing at you. Like just straight
She
up.
trying. Is there
Didn't see
a reason?
much.
Like, is it an angry grab?
You didn't see. There was like no real sort of emotion in her body or movements. And Sarah, you know that that's odd for her. Like nobody else has really, even before people knew to like give her like a minute to fully walk out and like at least get down the hall before leaving behind her. Nobody would ever really report her reaching out and grabbing someone. That's weird for her. And you didn't see any sort of like emotion in her body. It looked more like a muscle spasm than anything.
Yeah, it doesn't honestly I don't even know if it's on purpose. But that's weird by a lot. But also one that happened. Another thing. I think I'm somehow weirdly connected to her. I don't get it. She save me,
Do
find
you
me.
know locate object?
I do not. I don't think I even know the spell. I do not.
How long does it take to learn a spell?
It's
Couple hours.
1,050 gold. Sarah is a broke college student.
Yeah.
I don't know how broke you are, but she's a college student.
Got a.
You told me you have like a big old house. You told me I was well off before we started. So
You're pretty well
then I
off
was just
because
like, you said I had a good inheritance, and I was like, I was fully willing to just be flat broke. And you're like, no, he's well off.
you have a good inheritance, and like after that whole thing with your dad, like his investigation thing took off pretty well, and then after you took over, like you're good at your job. You were able to keep that ball rolling.
Cool.
You were able
So
to
if
keep.
I say I fun for you to learn locate object, we can get it next session during a long rest.
How much gold? How much gold do you have though? How
Currently?
much gold is listed
On
on
me?
your character? Yes.
Yeah, but like, no, I have online banking.
How much gold is on your character sheet? Let me know.
And
10?
10 gold.
That is still. Here's the thing. Converted from gold to
spell that or dollars or whatever, that is still like $1,000. Just I'm gonna say instead of that being your entire fund like it is for like other characters where that is everything they have, that is your disposable income.
Yeah.
But that is still not 50 gold.
Yeah, it's
Wait,
yeah.
hold up.
I will say
It costs
I also
50.
have 10
That's a
gold.
full. Wait, so to learn a spell,
It
that's a
costs
full
50.
college
So it costs
tuition.
so it
Bro,
costs
is that what you're
costs
telling me?
50 unless it's your specific class, your school, and then it's half.
That's still 25 gold.
I know.
Bro,
Still
are you
so
telling me
much
that I have to put Archie through college to teach him this spell?
I mean,
Just
potentially,
one spell.
I could
Wait, so how much was
try and
college? How many spells did we learn?
Here's the thing, it's learning a spell at an accelerated rate costs that much, but learning it over the course of college, it's like that's the money that you use to buy your textbooks.
why do you think we're broke?
Sarah, how much gold is on your character sheet?
10, but it's also because I just used the sage background because it was the closest thing.
Yeah. And again, that
Well, I'm
is
also the sage
all of the
background.
money. That is your grocery money. That is all of the money you have.
Yes.
Not just disposable income.
Yeah. Yeah.
And even then, that's a lot for a college
Yeah.
student.
Yeah. It's remember because technically this would be if you were like the actual background I guess would be more closer to be like an actual like a teacher.
Yeah. Gabe, are you still awake? I just gotta check.
I am
Okay.
currently outside checking to see if my package came. Just realized my mom never said anything about it. It's supposed to come tonight.
What'd you order?
My earbuds.
Oh, fuck yeah. I didn't realize they
Wait,
that's
that's weird. Excuse me. Sorry,
What?
I'm looking at the Strixhaven like backgrounds, like where you're literal students, and you actually like half of them have 15 gold. Weird.
That's so much money for a student to just have.
Yeah.
Some of that had to have come from loans.
Yeah.
Parents.
Like I said, the funny thing is actually that's a good deal of my money probably came from who I just talked to you about.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. She makes sure you're good.
Like it's like definitely Sarah can definitely do stuff on her own, but it's also like some money.
Like it's helpful.
Yeah.
I can
Not
feel
gonna turn
good.
it down.
Yeah.
It's the same thing that a lot of people are of. If families in town, I'll do like an actual meal, not just school or ramen or whatever.
Jesus Christ. But
Don't
yes,
judge me.
that happens.
I feel you're judging.
But that
No,
happens.
this
But
is
outside of that,
that was my life too.
that happens.
I
But outside
understand,
of
but I know
that,
the currently relevant thing. Zero.
Hmm?
Nice. My turkey legs are done.
fuck yeah.
Turkey legs are done. Earbuds are here. All
Everything looking up.
grand. All I have left to wait for is my boy.
Okay, let's get back on track to the actual plot.
I did
Should
get
we
2 cakes because it was
follow the
$1 more.
ghost?
If someone said something, I did not hear them. Besides Gabe.
Should we follow the ghost? Was it like trying to lead me somewhere, or was it trying to like reap my soul?
Like I said, I don't think it was. I wouldn't put too much intention behind grabbing and anything. This is like normal time for her to be switching classes. If anything, I'd go. Let's say we go look area she presumably died in and look for forest.
So you guys head there. There's the forest. Like this happened 3 years ago.
Yeah.
But you are there, and there is forest.
Scene visibility lasts for an hour, by the way, if it somehow is relevant here.
Okay, so I'm gonna say it does wear off at this point because you spent 45 minutes with her. It is time to get down here and maybe have it for like 5 more minutes.
Yeah,
but
makes sense.
You're here. What are you doing?
Don't have a lot to go on, but maybe wander the forest a bit, see if I recognize an area from what I saw.
These forests aren't nearly as dense. There is, especially compared to where you were, there's a lot of space between trees. You are able to move freely. You are not squeezing or pushing. This is
I meant of the more recent with my just dark where it darkened.
the same thing. It was the same
Okay.
place.
Okay.
This is not the place you saw.
This is not right.
Give me either Arcana or Religion. Because I just realized there are things that you as the player just wouldn't know to connect dots.
Uh, 18
18 for which one?
Arcana.
So very few people know what happened after you die and are able find out what happened after you die and are able to tell you. But from what you have read with your slight interest in necromancy, all the ethereal plane and the dream world aren't too far apart. You could theoretically get from one to the other. There is a path connecting them. In the ethereal plane, there's a section of it specifically for those who are actively dying. That is where.
How's my audio?
Pretty good. A little bit quiet. I don't know if that's just you though.
That's just
After you die.
work, but it's only $1 more, so not too upset. One thing working.
Understood none of what you just said.
It was only $1 more to buy two, so I'm not working.
After you die, you appear in a forest. Not more of a tunnel of trees. The path you are on is mostly clear, at the very least of trees.
around you is a thick forest. It's always this, no matter how big or small the person is, trees are always described as being so close together you could just barely squeeze through them. In
This
front
is
of
on
you,
the. Sorry.
it's okay. In front of you is a path where occasionally thorn vines will shoot up and try and grab you and hold you there. And behind you is a giant wolf.
And this is on the ethereal plane, right? Is what you said?
Well,
Yes.
ethereal plane.
Yeah, I said that. Did you not hear me?
I was making sure. You said this is on the ethereal plane, right?
Yeah, I said yeah. I guess I wasn't picked up.
Yeah, okay. 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 So this is kind of weird. Mayburn, looking at this is definitely not where I saw her. But Mayburn may not actually be dead quite yet.
Well, we saw a ghost, so like there's like a level of death there,
Yeah,
right?
there's this thing of where you can go when you're dying, like actively in the process of dying, and that's where I've been seeing
Oh,
her.
she's been there this entire time? Oh my gosh. Do I know about this limbo or anything?
Arcana or religion?
I have better arcana, so roll 18, so 27.
Also
20.
rolling.
So you did Arcana?
Yes.
You know everything I told Sarah, on top of the fact that after a certain amount of time there, you are dead. If you don't run towards the light, if you don't run towards life, and if you don't make it there, your body will die. She is dead. Her soul has not passed on. From the descriptions you've heard, she is in the outlying forest. People say running through there will allow you to make it back to the living world, but unattached to your body, as a ghost.
I got a 15 in religion.
In religion,
Yep.
Sokhism isn't a extremely popular religion. But it has been gaining traction, gaining popularity over the years as people see the importance of the balance between life and death and learn to not fear life as much as they do. Or not fear life, but also learn to not fear death as much as they do. Um, life and
I
death.
want to say, just in case if you're not taking account, you know who my patron is, and
You
I heard
sound off again.
I just rewatched Percy's episode, and in that it was stated that like the siblings are kind of like real big death people. If there's any view that would come from my patron.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind, but I don't think it affects it too much since the siblings, yes, the angels, no, and that was mostly while they were alive. I remember when you mentioned that it was in reference to Avissus talking to Percy, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
It was after Percy said, "You fear death," and then she just.
Yeah. So, um, you know that in Sophism, Sophism teaches about death, about dying, about the process. Death doesn't collect the souls. He ensures that everything is running smoothly. He ensures that soul. He is basically Hades, not Thanatos.
I was about to say.
His Thanatos, essentially, his Reaper, his Angel of Death, is who you as the player know as Wraith, who takes the form of a giant wolf to bring dying souls through the through the through the ethereal plane into the afterlife. And again, like I told, Zapdos going through the forest will lead them back to the land of the living, but not while they're alive. However, the wolf will always chase after them, trying to bring them into their afterlife.
Height. Cool.
I
Now,
feel
you all communicate this to each other so you all have shared knowledge.
yeah.
Cool.
I feel like we're
So
missing
if
something
they're
big.
so they've just never left the limbo forest thing to really pass on to like this realm. Like they were just stuck between the living and the dead world, despite being dead themselves. Um, how do we help them? How can we help them?
Excuse me. It feels like maybe to get them to pass, they need to find their body, but like I have no idea how we would.
Am I familiar enough with them yet?
You still have not seen her, and the interactions you have had with her have been sort of in passing.
Is there? This is kind of weird. Is there any like how do I put it? Like memorial place on campus?
Honestly, what I'd say is a school ID
Yeah, that too.
office.
That
We should
that also feels like
probably
it'd be harder to get though.
not
What
the
did
ID itself, but it doesn't be in the system.
You're so quiet, Gabriel.
If there's an ID office in their system somewhere, there's going to be a picture of her.
I will say, if you getting a picture of her, you wouldn't need to go to an ID office. She did have not a large one, but a sort of small online presence. Her Instagram account, not incredibly used. She did have one. It was public, and it has been, well, what is it called? Memorialized, where it stays up in memory of a loved one, even though the person that had it is dead.
Don't you mean image out?
Sure. But yeah, Sarah, if you wanted
if you're looking for a picture of her, then it's not incredibly hard to get.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for.
Zap, is that all you need for locate object?
I mean, like, it's just name or describe an object familiar to you. So,
As long
familiar
as
is a
it
very iffy term because, like, is it like I know exactly? Because, like, I'm not saying like lead me to the secret layer or whatever. You know, like it's not like something like that. It's like something specific. Like I'm looking for this person's body. There's one thing that I'm looking for.
Okay.
And so I feel as though like getting to know what they look like will allow me to pass that threshold.
Okay.
More so. And so yeah.
There,
You pass locate object.
Yes.
Nothing
And so
happens.
within 1,000 feet of me, nothing happens.
do we go to the closest wing pixie?
Yes.
Zap,
How long
give
does
me
locate object last?
either give me
It lasts
insight or
10
give me art.
minutes. Insight or Arcana? Arcana it is. 25. Let's go.
You have cast locate object before and it was just out of range. But you still got the sense of you didn't get direction, but you still felt the magic reach out, almost touch something, but it's just too far and it doesn't find purchase. This begins sort of you can feel the magic begin. You can feel the spell cast and just dissipates. There is no object to locate.
Okay. I see how it is. I
So yeah,
word
probably
that
already been
together.
I heard neither of you as you were both talking.
It could mean
Yeah,
that they're not dead. There is no body.
And Gabriel?
basically, oh yeah, we're probably more likely to actually find her.
We can end here if you want. I feel like this is a good place to leave it.
Oh,
Sir, that's cool.
deuces.
Bye,
Hi,
Craig.
Craig.
Like,